going on, guys? Welcome to episode 11 of Summer Shredding. It's a late start today. It's Friday the 24th of May and it's 6:30 at night. I've just had a full day at work and I have just got to football. We've got a cup final tonight, so hopefully go and win that, and I'll see you in the next clip. And we are home. It is late, it's 10:30 at night, just got back from football. As you can see, we won the cup, so that's the league and the cup won. So here's the little trophy that we all get. I don't know if you can see that, the Dick Windle winners. Nice one, Dick, go us. Yeah, so I'm gonna head to bed and then I'll see you in the morning. Morning guys, what's going on? It is the day after the night before, so it's Saturday morning, it's 7:30. I'm just about to head to the gym, as I always do every Saturday, and do the circuit class. I had a brand new low weigh-in this morning, and this is ridiculous. Check this out. That is the lowest I've ever been in my adult life, so I don't know what's going on, but I like it. Right, I've not got too much planned today, so I'll catch up with you in the next clip. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the video, guys. It is Saturday morning. I've just been to the gym, just got home, done a few chores, just mowed the lawn as you've seen, just a few other bits and bobs, and I popped into Tesco on my way home as well, pick up a few bits for today, just like a little pickup shop. So I'm going to show you what we've got. Okay, as you can see, we've got just a few bits and bobs, need some more milk. I've got 3 lots of Skyr yogurt, so I've got 2 vanilla and 1 honey flavour. We've got some Rice Krispie Squares, caramel and chocolate. They were on offer, so I picked up 2 packets of those. Some Snacker Jacks, some Heck chicken Italia sausages. So we've been through these before, but these are absolutely phenomenal. We've got some turkey bacon as well. We're going to have some of these for our next meal today. We've got some blueberries, some strawberries, and this combination here, Canderel, cinnamon, strawberries. I'm going to show you later on how amazing this is, okay? So stay tuned. See you in the next clip. Okay, and breakfast is served. Right, so if you're struggling to get your protein in, this is absolutely for you. So we have got 2 poached eggs, we've got 1 bagel, we've got 2 chicken sausages and 4 slices of turkey bacon. Calories for this are 600 for the entire thing, so everything will be up there. But yeah, protein is 75 grams. So ladies, if you're struggling to get your protein in, 75 grams of protein in this one meal for breakfast, and that is 600 calories. So there's no excuse for not getting your protein in. Right, I'm going to dig into this. I'll see you later on in the day. Okay, so just had breakfast, just had a knock at the door, and it was DPD, Amazon delivery, and just check this out, I have no idea what this is. 4 ridiculously massive boxes from Amazon Pantry. So I'm going to show you what it is in 3, 2, 1. Ha! Obviously, what else would it be? 120 cans of Monster, I mean standard. Yeah, it looks like Summer Shredding sponsored by Caffeine this year. Yeah, right. Bit random. I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, so we're at the next meal. I'm just going to have a little snack before I go train push this afternoon. So we've got 200 grams of strawberries and we've got 3 teaspoons of Canderel and we've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon to make this cinnamon sugar right there. And we're going to pour this all the way over the strawberries. Like so, mix that all in. This is absolutely ridiculous, by the way, if you've not tried it. This entire bowl with the stevia, with the cinnamon, is 85 calories. Smells absolutely amazing. Okay, if you've not tried it, I would highly recommend giving it a go. Try it with any fruit, any volume. Absolutely amazing snack. Okay, see you in the next clip. Yo, welcome back to the video. It's Saturday night. I've just got in from a night out. Went to a gig by myself tonight. Had a free evening, so thought why not? Step out of the comfort zone. It was an awesome night. Check out the clips here. And we're just about to finish off the macros today, so I had about 730 calories left, so I've gone for a bowl of granola. So we've got 200 grams of honey yogurt, 100 grams of raspberries, 75 grams of strawberries, and we've got 85 grams of granola, and we've also got a Rice Krispie Squares to finish it off. Calories and macros for that meal will be here, as always, and I'll see you tomorrow. Morning guys, welcome back to the video. It is Sunday morning, just about to head to the gym, set up the first class of summer shredding. Super excited to get involved with you all, put the class on, see what we've all got. So I'll show you all what we get up to now.
Y'all ready for this?
Welcome back guys, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, after the circuit class this morning, which you all absolutely smashed. Thank you so much to everyone that came. Here you are. And we're back. Yeah, absolutely awesome this morning. Loved every single minute. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Awesome work. After that, I had a client at the gym, and then I went to Carsington out on the bike with my best mate for a couple of hours. So, like I say, it's 4 o'clock now. I've just got home, and all I've had to eat today so far is a protein cookie and a couple of rice cakes. So I'm on about 600 calories. So I've got about 2,100 to go. So I'm going to have a big meal now. Same sort of thing I had yesterday. So we're going to have a bagel, some poached eggs, some chicken sausages, some turkey bacon, get that protein up, get the calories up. Once I've had that, we're going to sit down and have a good chat on a couple of topics. So how I've been getting on the last couple of weeks, where my sort of weight's at, a few other things that I think we'll find helpful. And yeah, stick around for the next clip. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so just for a few non-believers, just to prove that they work every single time. There's one. There's two. Oh, the big test. There's number 3. Every time, perfect poached eggs with my technique. Okay, I'm just going to dig into this and I'll catch you in the next clip. What's going on guys, welcome back to the video. Okay, so we've got a lot to get through, so I'm going to make this first bit short and sweet. We're just going to quickly go through my weeks 3 and 4. So the last time I saw you, I put my weigh-ins on the screen as you saw. We're going to have week 3 this side, week 4 that side. So we started off week 3 on day 15 at 165.7. As you can see, I think it'll be up that side. And I finished that week at 164.6. So I lost about a pound that week, but the average for week 3 was 165.5. So I put that down at the bottom down there. And then we went into week 4, which is going to be on this side. And we had 166 was my first weigh-in of that week. And then I went down to today, today's Sunday, went to 163.3. So quite a big drop. The total average for week 4, so adding all those weigh-ins up, was 164.8. Okay, so I've just got my notes down here. There's a lot to remember, so just bear with me. So week 3's average was 165.5. Week 4's average 164.8. So we're taking off about 0.7 pounds. Okay, so if we relate that back to weeks 1, weeks 2, weeks 3, weeks 4, you can see the averages are going to go across the bottom here. So we've got 169.5, we've got 166.9, 165.5 and 164.8. So you can see that from week 1 average to week 4 average, I've lost 4.7 pounds as an average. But the actual number I've lost is 7.3 pounds. Okay, so from day 1's weigh-in to day 28, I've lost 7.3 pounds. Okay, so we're looking again, first couple of weeks, a few pounds, and then slowly dying. Right, so that takes me on to the next point of this, and that is when would I reduce my calories and macros? Okay, so personally, I'm starting to think about that now. So I've sort of got the most amount of fat loss from the amount of calories that I've been on. I've been pushing it quite a bit by being eating 2,700 every day still. It's still quite a lot of calories. It's just I'm having to be super active, which fortunately I am generally anyway. But with football season now finished, I sort of drop off a little bit in terms of my expenditure. So obviously this last week I've averaged losing 0.7 of a pound. So for me personally, it's now time to drop my calories ever so slightly. I'm not going to do anything drastic. I'm not going to go down to 1,500 calories and turn myself into a bit of a skeleton. I'm just going to take 100 calories off, and I'm going to take that all from carbs. So I'm going to reduce my carb intake by 25 grams. Obviously from video 1, you remember 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, so 25 grams is 100 calories. So I'm just going to go nice and steady from 2,700 down to 2,600. I'm just going to post a quick picture on the screen in a moment from MyFitnessPal that shows how consistent I've been. So over the last 7 days, you can track the amount of calories that you've put into MyFitnessPal. So I'm just going to put that on the screen now. Okay, so you can see that I am very, very consistent. It's just part of my nature, part of who I am. I'm very consistent. I quite like routine, and I try and get the most out of everything that I can. So now is probably the time for me to reduce my calories. Okay, so that's what I would do for me, but what would I recommend you do? Right, I would say if you are maintaining your weight, you're sticking to your calories every day, they're as consistent as mine have been, and you're not dropping any weight for probably 7 to 10 days. So if you're pretty much the same weight every day for 7 to 10 days, I would say it's probably time to reduce your calories if you're expending as many as you can. So if you're training 3 to 4 times a week at the gym, which is the maximum that you can do, there's no room for you to be more active. We have to take a few calories off. So how would you do that? What I would suggest, obviously it's all down to the individual, and it's a little bit of trial and error, but I would say if you're above 2,000 calories at the moment, like I was 2,700, I brought that down by 100. I would say if you're over 2,000, bring it down by 100, all taken from carbs. And if you're below, so most of you females will be below 2,000, unfortunately. It's just the way it is, I'm afraid. I would say slightly less, so bring it down by around 50 calories. So if you're over 2,000 calories, take off 25 grams of carbs. If you're below 2,000 calories at the moment, I would say around 10 to 15 grams, okay? A little bit of trial and error, but keep your protein the same, keep your fat the same, and that's going to retain as much muscle mass as we can and just reduce body fat, okay? Right, next thing we're going to talk about is why do you weigh more? Why are you not losing weight? Okay, so there's probably 4 reasons that we're going to delve into, okay? So number 1, water. Right, okay, so hydration is so important, number 1, and it also plays a major part in how much you weigh as well throughout the day. So have you ever filled a pint pot with water and picked it up? It's quite heavy. If you actually weighed that pint pot empty and then added a pint of water into it, that would increase by 556 grams, okay? So that's half a kilo just from a pint of water. So if you're drinking 8 pints of water a day, that's 4 kilos you're going to add to your body weight, okay? No brainer. This is
partially why you weigh more at the end of the day than you do at the start of the day. Okay, so when you put something in your body, you're then carrying that weight. It doesn't just disappear and evaporate and go straight away. Obviously, it works the other way when you go to the toilet. But obviously, if you're drinking a pint of water, you're not going to instantly let out a pint of water, are you? So that is number one. Number two is food. Obviously, food weighs something as well. So again, the reason I weigh myself at the start of the day before I've had any food or drink or anything is because it's consistent and it doesn't depend on the amount of food that I've eaten during that day. So if I was to weigh myself at the end of the day and I've had one meal that was a kilo, I'm going to be an extra kilo in theory. If I've had 3 small meals that add up to 4 kilos in weight, I'm going to be extra 4 kilos. So calories and weight of food aren't connected as such. So you could eat healthily. You could say you ate a kilo of carrots, you would carry that weight in your stomach, so you're going to be a kilo heavier. Say you had a Big Mac, which is more calories, but it weighs a lot less, so you in turn are going to weigh less. So just by eating food doesn't make you fat, okay? It doesn't mean that because you've gained weight throughout the day that you have gained fat. That is not the case. Okay, number 3, glycogen. Right, this one's a little bit more sciencey, but I'll try and make it as simple as possible. So all I want you to do is imagine that your muscles are a petrol tank and carbs is petrol. So when you eat some carbs, that gets turned into petrol essentially for the body, and it gets sent to the muscles so that when you're training, you've got the energy to perform. Obviously, as you train, you're going to deplete those levels, and effectively you're going to have empty muscles, so the petrol tank's going to be empty. You're going to weigh less because there's no petrol in there. If you weigh a petrol tank when it's empty, weigh a petrol tank when it's full, it's going to weigh more, obviously. So what happens to the body is if you are, for example, full of carbs, the body's ready to train, and you continue to eat carbs, that is basically like getting a full pint of water and continuing to pour water into it. So your body's just going to spill over, and eventually, if you consistently do that, those spilt over carbs are going to turn into fat. So yeah, that is how people get fat from eating too many carbs. It's just a simple formula of calories in versus calories out. If you're burning off those calories, the body's going to send the carbs straight to their muscles to replenish, and you're good to go again, okay? You won't gain weight by doing that. Number 4 is consistency. So this comes down to accountability, being honest with yourself. So in the previous video, we spoke about if, for example, you needed 2,000 calories a day to lose a pound of fat every week, that's 14,000 calories for the week. So 2,000 times 7, 14,000. What we also looked at is if you wanted to, for example, go out for a meal, go out for some drinks or whatever on a Saturday, you wanted to increase your calorie intake for that day, you could take a few off for the surrounding 6 days. So what a lot of people fall victim of is they'll be absolutely awesome Monday to Friday. So Monday to Friday, they'll eat that 2,000 calories. So they've created a deficit. And then Saturday and Sunday, they'll go out, they'll eat maybe 3,000, 4,000 calories both days. So they've undone 5 days of consistent hard work without even realising it. They might think, oh, I'm only having a treat day. But it honestly will undo all that hard work. So consistency, honesty, and this is a reason why a lot of people might feel like they're not losing weight because they're being good Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they let themselves loose, drinking calories. Honestly, I can't tell you, we're going to do a whole video about alcohol in the coming week or so, but I can't tell you how many people will fall victim to gaining weight because they're drinking so many calories that they don't even realise. I think in the next video you will see how eye-opening that can be. Yeah, so I hope that's cleared up a few things. Right, the last thing we're going to talk about today is, I've got the whiteboard here, and on this whiteboard I've got a load of quotes from people that have sent me messages this last week, just to show that, yes, fat loss is great, but if you're not losing weight, don't worry about it. All of these quotes I've sort of chosen because these aren't directly related to fat loss or weight loss as such, so these people may or may not have lost weight. I'm not going to name and shame anybody. I think if I read these out, you will know who you are, but I don't think it's fair to say who they're from. So I'll just read them out as we go, and hopefully these resonate with you and you can relate to these. So number 1, I feel so much more confident. I even train in the gym by myself now. I love it. Perfect. So confidence is going up. Amazing. Like, you can't put a price on that. Like, that has nothing to do with just fat loss. That's just improving your confidence, getting out there and doing things. Without this, I wouldn't have pushed myself like this. Again, finding motivation, wherever it comes from, it's only a good thing. Next one, really starting to notice I have much more energy. So probably comes down to eating more calories, eating more nutritional food, being aware of what you're putting into your body. Again, that's a massive positive. The more you move, the more you're likely to burn body fat in the long run. This is amazing. I've dropped down a dress size and went out last night for the first time, felt comfortable in what I was wearing. Jesus Christ, what more can you ask for? So someone in this group has been out last night and for the first time they felt comfortable in what they're wearing. Like, again, you can't put a price on that. That's absolutely amazing. Another one, apologies for this one. I had to buy some smaller trousers for work. It is what it is. It's going to cost you some money, but it's going to make you happy in the long run. This one's a performance-related one. So we've got, I can't believe I got my first pull-up. Amazing. More to come, I hope. And then the last one we're going to go for is, I can't believe how less bloated I am from eating more food. Food choices. Eating more calorie-dense food is going to make you feel bloated, essentially. You're eating more fats, eating more processed food, it's going to make you feel bloated. Amazing. Every single one of these is from one of you. Can't thank you enough. Just keep going, trust me. We're 4 weeks in. We've got 8 weeks to go and then some. It's amazing the amount of positive feedback we're getting from all of you. Yeah, really can't thank you enough for the effort you're putting in, and I will continue to do that. Obviously, it's day 28 now. This is the 11th, 12th video. Like, for someone that's never created content like this, never done any video editing, putting out a video pretty much every other day. It's hard work, but it's absolutely worth it because everyone's getting something out of it. Like, anything you want from me, I'm more than willing to do it. Like, I just want to help you as much as I can, if I can. Okay, so see you in the next video.